Operation Kapas was a landmark Malaysian law enforcement action against a personal data theft and illegal data trading syndicate. In this video, we summarize our group's investigative journey in reconstructing this case, the forensic methodology we applied, and the conclusions we reached. The syndicate operated a portal called Query Smart Search, which aggregated stolen Malaysian personal data, names, MyCAD numbers, addresses, and bank details into a single searchable index. Access was sold on a tiered basis, monthly subscriptions between 200 and 800 ringgit, and individual records for as little as 1 ringgit 50. Payments were settled in cryptocurrency to obscure the money trail. On the 5th of September 2024, PDRM's Commercial Crime Investigation Department, working with Cybersecurity Malaysia and the Department of Personal Data Protection, arrested 5 suspects across the Klang Valley. Our investigation focused on 2 Malaysian statutes working together. The Computer Crimes Act addresses the unauthorized access that created the stolen dataset. The Personal Data Protection Act addresses the sale of that data once obtained. The alleged mastermind was charged with 2 counts under Section 134 of the PDPA for selling personal data, an offense carrying a fine of up to 500,000 ringgit per count. This dual statute approach let each law address the exact conduct it was designed for. Because Malaysian law says little about how digital evidence must technically be handled, we assessed the case against 3 international standards: ISO 27037, which governs identification, collection, acquisition, and preservation, SWGDE best practices, which supplement this with validated tools and dual hash verification, and NIST SP 800-101, which guided our approach to the 5 mobile device exhibits central to this case. With 3 agencies involved, maintaining a single unified chain of custody was essential. Every exhibit, from the seized server to each suspect's mobile phone, had to be traceable through who collected it, how it was stored, and how it was ultimately presented in court. A broken chain of custody has previously caused Malaysian computer crime charges to be struck out entirely, so this was a critical part of our forensic reconstruction. Our investigation identified several preservation challenges: possible offshore hosting of the portal's server, the volatility of cryptocurrency evidence which can be moved within minutes, and the difficulty of attributing stolen records back to their original source breach before organizations. Logs are routinely overwritten. One of our key findings was a critical assessment of the syndicate's claimed 400 million stolen records. Malaysia's population is only around 34 million people. We concluded this figure likely reflects duplicate records across multiple breaches, recycled older leaked data, or incomplete entries, not 400 million unique victims. We recommend this figure be independently verified through deduplication analysis before being relied upon in court. We examined this case from 3 angles: the law enforcement perspective from CCID, which called this a first-of-its-kind operation; the legal academic perspective, which cautions that past cases have collapsed due to charge drafting errors rather than weak evidence; and a regulatory gap we identified, where JPDP's specific reasoning for treating this as a landmark PDPA case remains unpublished. Operation Kapas demonstrates strong multi-agency cooperation, but also reveals real gaps: unnamed victim organizations, an unresolved insider involvement question, and no publicly reported court outcome as of this report. Through this project, our group learned that a forensic investigation's strength lies not only in the evidence itself, but in how precisely it is documented, preserved, and ultimately translated into a legally sound charge. Thank you.